The death of 14 soldiers in the DRC earlier this year brought the resourcing and funding of the Defence Force into sharp focus. And with budget talks currently underway, the Peace and Security Cluster Chairpersons again remarked about this. Only 0.7% of the budget is allocated to the Defence Force.
The inability to fund the SANDF is not only counterproductive, as it not only robs the SANDF of ability to acquire the needed capabilities for combat, but it also undercuts the defense industry's ability to increase production and absorb more people, thereby creating job opportunities. The ability of the SANDF effectively to defend South Africa's territorial integrity remains in doubt. Furthermore, air and maritime defense remain underfunded, affecting operational readiness. Getting the entire defense value chain functional should be a critical preoccupation of the 7th administration.
Analysts agree that the budget cuts of the past 15 years have had severe and far-reaching implications, from a lower availability of Air Force aircraft, training hours and much-needed joint operations to ensure the SANDF is combat-ready and adequately geared to defend the Republic's borders.
At this point, the SANDF is much, much weaker than it was even 10 years ago, and even more so compared to 20 years ago. It can still be rescued. The 2015 Defence Review recognised this decline and proposed a range of measures for how to restore the capabilities that the Defence Force had in the early to mid-2000s. However, to do so would require a substantial allocation of new funding, perhaps as much as doubling the current defence budget.
The impact of these budget cuts has had a drastic effect on the ability of the Defence Force to carry out its missions. Obsolete armoured and infantry fighting vehicles cannot be replaced. The Army is reliant on reserve forces to patrol the border, and even then the entire border cannot be patrolled. 20-year-old ships and aircraft cannot be maintained, upgraded or modernised. This means that the Army is only capable of undertaking 126 of its 196 capabilities. The Air Force can only fly 6,800 of its reduced budgeted 12,000 flying hours, and the Navy can only go to sea for 2,400 hours instead of the budgeted 8,000 hours.
The defence budget for the 2025-26 financial year is 55.94 billion rand. Zaleen Merrington, SABC News, Parliament.